Would love to share with you just some things that I look for in applicants when I'm interviewing, and just a little bit of some general information about even social media and how you're representing yourself on there. Hi, I'm Danae Requa. I'm the Service Experience Manager at Nordstrom in Tacoma. I've been with the company for about 13 years, and I'm just excited to share a little bit about what I do. What my job encompasses is making sure that our new hires are trained and comfortable with the tools that we give them to be successful on the floor. I also look over our operators booth, our cash room, and our customer service team. All right, so a few things that I'm looking for when hiring a candidate is I'm looking for someone who's dependable. They're going to be on time, they're going to be a team player and work well with others. I also look for somebody who's positive, someone who wants to represent this company and do well. Somebody who's taking initiative, demonstrating responsibility. That's huge. I also look for someone who's positive, someone who wants to make a positive experience for our customers and for the team and represent Nordstrom well. Just because I'm proud of my company, I want someone who's going to do the same. When you come in and meet someone that you want a job from, shake their hand. Eye contact is huge. So remember to do those main things. One thing that is very important is how you represent yourself on social media. This is something that personally I've checked. So I've maybe had one interview with someone or maybe they've called me on the phone. Before I decide to move forward and invest a little more time in them, I want to see how they represent themselves. How are they dressed? What kind of language are they using? Who are they associating themselves with? That's very important to me because if they are representing themselves a certain way, I want to hire them. If they are what I would consider inappropriate or negative, derogatory, I don't want to hire that person to represent Nordstrom and to represent my team. Some of the things that are a big turnoff to a candidate is bad language, maybe those bad jokes. I know that we all love seeing those memes on there, and some of them are super funny, but some of them are very negative. Besides language, even just the way that you dress. Maybe it's provocative or inappropriate language on the front of your shirt or even the middle finger. Something that I find super positive to see on social media is maybe someone that's out with their family, a picture of that as something that's important to them. Positive phrases versus negative phrases. So here on the floor at Nordstrom, it is not encouraged to use your cell phone. I'm not taking personal calls, personal text messages, Snapchat, Instagram, all those kind of things. They're fun, but definitely save it for off the floor. That's what break time's for, before and after work. But when you're on the floor, it's all about the customer, all about doing your job and being focused. Personally, when I hire someone, 100% of the time, I don't get a resume, but when I do, I definitely take a second look at that person. I think it's really impressive when someone brings me the resume. That says a lot about them caring, taking the time, and really wanting this job. Something I like to see on it is that you're involved with whether it be sports or extracurricular activities, even volunteering your time. So one question that I always ask in an interview, and I start out with this question, it's, why do you want to work here? And I think that's something really important to think about before you go into it, because sometimes people get a little bit caught up in thinking, why do I want this job? And maybe they'll just say, well, I need a job, or I hear the money's good. But something that I'm looking for is, how are they going to benefit my company? And so when they can say, you know what, I've heard great things about Nordstrom, I want to be there, I want to be part of the customer's experience, I want to do positive things and do well for Nordstrom, that's what I'm looking for. I want somebody who's going to sell themselves and tell me why they should be on my team.